testimony to Guy's absolute kind of dedication and commitment that it's happened. And so many people have contributed, but to be honest, without him working kind of absolutely flat out, it wouldn't have happened. I also want to thank the staff of BASWA who have really risen to the challenge. It's been a very different thing for us to organise, and I think we've learned huge amounts about how we mobilise ourselves as an organisation, how we mobilise members, how we reach out beyond our own membership to other professions, to other parts of the community that are so concerned about the issue that we're challenging austerity.
Set off. The International Federation of Social Workers have really led the way on calling for campaigns against austerity. In January 2016, and I'm probably saying things now that Ruth is about to say, they made a statement, a very powerful statement, calling on austerity-affected calling on professional associations from austerity-affected countries to campaign for their governments to promote social justice and the well-being of all their peoples. So we're following the call from the International Federation of Social Workers, so it's fantastic that the President of the International Federation of Social Workers, Ruth Stark, has joined us to walk a little way with us, but first to say a few words. Ruth.
Thank you, Guy. I'm so impressed at what you've managed to do at BASWA to make this start of the political election campaign. Really? And I want to draw your attention to two things. One is that on March 21st this year was World Social Work Day, and 3 million social workers in 124 countries were making lots of political agitation about what is needed to change the world. And I would like to remind you that in 1920, Clement Attlee, that politician, wrote a book called The Social Worker. And in it, he described part of the role of a social worker was to be an agitator for social reform. And I am really pleased that BASWA today is part of that movement, part of that global movement to get social reform.
How far are we going to walk?
100 miles!
What are we going to boot out?
Austerity!
Next stop is Oldbury. We're going to head along the high street. We're going to pass, as Hugh said, Smethwick Town Hall, and then we're going to cut along under the M5 to Sandwell Council House.
Down north to the city of Stoke, jobs all gone, factories don't smoke, kids there living in poverty.
This is the kind of fight boot out austerity.
Gonna see them good folks smile. We're gonna boot out austerity. 8 long years too long for me. Further north, Sandbatch, you know Northwich. Council services are perilous. Then on down to Runcorn town. Heads held high, they won't be hung down. Look ahead, the lights of Liverpool. Come on, Mrs. May, don't you be no fool. I may be. This May'll boot out austerity. We're gonna walk 100 miles. We're gonna see them good folks smile. We're gonna boot out austerity. 8 long years too long for me. We're gonna walk 100 miles. We're gonna see them good folks smile. We're gonna boot out austerity. 8 long years too long for me.
Do it. We have to do it because we are social work.
Come on, people, walk along with me. We're gonna boot out austerity.
The University of Worcester, member of Impact, the Service User and Carer Group at the Institute of Health and Society at the University of Worcester. Thanks, David.
I'm very glad to be here. Lorna, whose mental health recovery was going so well, they decided to cut a care package. So obviously now it's gone downhill again a bit. We've got Sophie, whose ESA tribunal I went to with her. Multiple issues, no problems getting a PIP, but when it comes to ESA, of course she's fit to work. And I wish you all the best in this march, and by the end of it, change will be a-coming.
Thank you, David.
Down north to the city of Stoke, jobs all gone, factories don't smoke, kids there living in poverty. This is the 21st century, we're gonna walk on.
Welcome to House of Bread. You're welcome. Hello.
Good morning, thank you.
Good morning.
Years too long for me. Further north, Sandbatch, you know Northwich. Council services are perilous. Then on down to Runcorn town. Heads held high, they won't be hung down. Look ahead, the lights of Liverpool. Come on, Mrs. May, don't you be no fool. I may be. This mail boot out austerity. We're gonna walk 100 miles. We're gonna see the good folks smile. We're gonna boot out austerity. 8 long years too long for me. We're gonna walk 100 miles. We're gonna see them good folks smile. We're gonna boot out austerity. 8 long years too long for me.
Where are we? Where are we going?
We are just on the approaches to Stone. Well, we're on a canal towpath by the Trent and Mersey Canal.
Too long for me. We're gonna start in Birmingham. We're gonna move on up.
2015, the combined wealth of Britain's 1,000 richest people increased to £576 billion. That is more than the combined wealth of the poorest 40% of British households. And the richest 1% of households in the UK holds more wealth than half of the population, and the gap is rising.
That's our England team who are giving great support to this walk. She actually emailed me yesterday and asked, knowing that we're reading poetry out, and said this, that a very dear close friend of mine, called Ingrid, died a short while ago. She was an incredible black woman, and I was blessed to share part of life's rich journey with her. We did our social work training together in London, and she worked primarily with young black homeless people. The poem read at her celebration of life was When Great Trees Fall by Maya Angelou. It would be wonderful if someone could do a reading of that poem for all those who have gone before us, social workers, activists, brave individuals, the Daniel Blakes of this world, who have left an everlasting footprint because of their existence.
Then on down to Runcorn town. Heads held high, they won't be hung down. Look ahead, the lights of Liverpool. Come on, Mrs. May, don't you be no fool. I may be. This mail boot out austerity.
From Birmingham to Liverpool in 2017, we'll march for the right to those who cannot fight without austerity. From Birmingham to Liverpool in 2017, we'll march for the right to those who cannot fight.
8 long years too long for me.
We are to see you in Northwich today. Northwich is a town, like many en route from Birmingham to Liverpool, that has suffered the impact of austerity over the last decade. It has hit millions of families and is continuing to inflict huge damage on the most vulnerable.
And the good folks smile, we're gonna boot out austerity. 8 long years too long for me.
So the Boots Austerity walkers just left Runcorn Town Hall. We're on Runcorn Old Town High Street. We're about to go over that wonderful bridge over there, but we're stopping just briefly at this, the Old Town Bloom Library, where you can take a book or leave a book. We're just going to leave a book. We're going to leave a book by Mary O'Hara. Mary O'Hara, who's already sent her endorsement and support to the Boot Out Austerity Walkers, and she's